Do you worry about errors in the OET speaking? Then keep watching and we'll show you how to improve in resources of grammar and expression. Hi, Jo here from SLC, here to help you with your OET preparation. In today's video, we're going to look at resources of grammar and expression. We will look at what this criterion actually means and how to improve in this area. Don't forget to check out our website. We've got the perfect OET preparation course for you. Let's get started. So what does this criterion actually mean? Well, to reach the requirements for this assessment criterion, you need to use a range of vocabulary and structures. Use natural language, and any errors you have shouldn't interfere with the conversation. So how can you improve in this area? It's important to widen your knowledge of vocabulary and structures. Let's take a look at a couple of examples. Which one do you think is better?
So now we have to do the dressing, okay?
Yes, okay, that's helpful.
Okay, so just wash it and dry it, put on cream and put the dressing on, okay? I'd like to explain how to apply the dressing to your burn, okay?
Yes, that would be really helpful.
First you'll need to wash the area and pat it dry, then apply a thin layer of cream and put the dressing on over it. Finally, you'll just need to make sure the dressing is secure. Do you think you can manage that?
In the first one, there is lack of variety and range. However, in the second one, we can see that there is a range of structures and variety of language. Using natural language will help with this area too. Let's take a look at some examples. Look at the phrases in green. These are all examples of natural language. Can you work out what they mean from the context? Getting you down means making you feel sad or depressed. Bring down is a phrasal verb meaning reduce. Get on means manage or cope. And pop back means return or come back. And finally, give you a hand means help you. Making some grammatical errors is okay in the exam, but as long as these errors do not interfere with meaning or have a negative impact on the conversation. Take a look at these examples. Can you spot the errors? We can see that bited has been used instead of bit. We can also see that the wrong tense has been used here, the present simple instead of present continuous. It is still bleeding because it's happening now. But do the errors interfere with the overall effectiveness of the conversation? No, the meaning still remains clear to the listener and the errors don't have too much of an impact on the conversation. Now look at another example. Can you find the errors? And what is the impact of these errors on the conversation? There are more errors here, and they cause some strain for the listener. The dog was bitten actually means that the dog received the bite and not the patient, so this might confuse the listener. Was bleeding is using a past tense, and this suggests that it isn't bleeding now, which is not correct. We will leave dog bites open should be in present simple, as it's something which always happens in this kind of treatment. And the last error suggests that there will be some infection, which is not right. So let's look at some practical ideas that you can use to improve in this area during your self-study. Practice. Knowledge versus skill. It's important to practice because without practice, you won't be turning your English grammar and vocabulary knowledge into a skill. So practice as much as possible. Record yourself and listen back to review and then repeat. By recording yourself, you have the opportunity to review your recording as many times as you need to in order to recognize the areas you need to improve on. Identify your weak errors and common errors to review. When you have identified your weaker areas, it is important to prioritize areas which could cause misunderstandings for the listener. For example, are you using the correct verb tense? Or has it changed the meaning to something you haven't intended? Make a note of your errors and write lots of example sentences with the correct language and say them out loud to help you remember. It can also be very helpful to repeat the same tasks again, but varying your language each time. By paraphrasing and repetition, you will be able to use your language more flexibly and more confidently. And finally, focus on thorough vocabulary study. Rather than learning long lists of words, study more in depth so that you are confident with word formation, synonyms, and prepositions, for example. Top tips for resources of grammar and expression. Practice. Keep practicing so that you become confident with your knowledge and skill in this area. Identify repetitive errors. Once you have realized where you are making mistakes, it will become easier to reduce them. Self-correction. Some self-correction is expected, so provided it's not too frequent, if you know you have made an error when speaking, then correct yourself. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this. Hit the bell so you're notified every time we post a new video. The next set of videos coming up is all about the clinical communication criteria, so stay tuned. Don't forget to check out our website. We've got the perfect OET preparation course for you. See you next week. Bye. Hello, it's me, Joe. No. Okay, so how can you, more or less?